Hi guys, my name's Ash and welcome to the Kiewa River. We're here today with my friend Kieran and we're going to run you through some safety with moving water canoe. Alright, first we want to make sure that we've had a good drink and that we've had a good feed, okay? We want to have the energy and the hydration to stay fit for today. Alrighty, then you want to think about your equipment and your clothing. So what I've done is I've got long sleeves on, long pants, and I've also put on some sunscreen. Next is our activity-specific equipment. So that's our helmets and our life jackets. So these helmets here, they have a little adjustment at the back, so you can tighten it to your noggin. They're fully adjustable, so one size fits all. So what you want to do is you want to put that on. This one's my helmet, so I don't need to adjust it too much, but you just want to make sure that if you do a bit of head banging, it's not going to fall straight off. Next is your chin strap. So you want it tight enough that it's comfortable and that you don't want to, it's not irritating you, so you want to take it off because we want you to keep your equipment on. But you also don't want it too loose that it's going to fall off your chin and potentially come off your head altogether. Next is our life jackets. First thing you want to do is loosen these straps at the side here. The person before you likely had it cinched up really tight, and that'll make it a bit of a struggle when you go to put it on. So you put it on just like a jacket. You've got 4 buckles at the front here. The bottom one is the most important. It's the one that sits under your ribs, so if someone goes to pull you in the boat, it'll keep your life jacket on you. Alrighty, then we're going to move to the sides. You've got adjustments on either side. Try to do it evenly. Maybe get a friend to help you if you need. Can you help me? Oh, got it. Thank you, though. Beautiful. Alright, so you want that tight enough that you're not having trouble breathing, but it's tight enough that it's not going to come up over your ears. That way, if you fall in the water, the life jacket doesn't float up over your head and your mouth is below the waterline. Beautiful. Alright, getting into the boat. First thing we want you to do is rinse your feet off for us. Dirt and sand can really damage the material of the boats. When you get in, we don't want you kneeling, and we also don't want you sitting on the floor. Not only is this a bad position to paddle in, it's really hard, but if there's a rock or something underneath the boat, it can really hurt when you go over it. Alrighty, so what we want you to do is sit on these things. They're called thwarts. So sit on your thwart in your position. You can sit just off to the side, on your side, on the pontoon, and that'll have good stability for you. Then you can kind of wedge your heels or your toes in, and that way you've got a good bracing. Alrighty, next is our paddles. As we mentioned before in our golden rules, one of the golden rules is holding a T-grip. T-grips are just quite dangerous and they can go all over the place sometimes and damage ourselves or others. You could be paddling along and suddenly your paddle gets jammed, and if you're letting go of your T-grip, straight in the face. Lose teeth, break noses, etc. I also want to be mindful of my friends. So if I could be going down a rapid and I'm a bit scared, if I let go with my right hand and I hold on like this, my T-grip has free range to go anywhere. I could hit Kieran in the front of my boat, or I could hit someone else in a different boat. So if you want to hold on to your T-grip and hold on with your other hand to the boat. Okay? Beautiful. Alright, when we're travelling downstream, and there might be some overhanging trees, ideally we want to avoid them, but if you can't and it's coming up to you, don't lean back, okay? You can get sticks in your nose and in your eyes and stuff. Use your helmet and lean forward and it'll hopefully just scrape on over. Beautiful. Alright, we did mention that it's really important that you stay in your boat, but if you do fall out, I want you to get directly into the whitewater safety position. So as I mentioned before, that's your feet downstream with your toes up and your nose up. Okay, so with my feet downstream I can see if I'm going to hit any rocks or anything in front of me, and I can see where I'm going. I want to lie as flat as I can so I'm not hitting my bum, and I can scull in the direction I need to go. Beautiful. Alright, the reason we do this, it's really important if you take anything away from today, is something we call a foot entrapment. So if you fall out of your boat and you go, oh, I'll just stand up, or I'll just stand up and walk to the bank, and you stand up and suddenly there's something under the water that you can't see. It gets caught in your foot and the water's still pushing you forwards. You're going to end up like this, okay? The water's here, you'll be fine. But if the water's any higher above your head, you're not going to be having a good day. You can't breathe, okay? So it's really important that you guys remember that. All right, so to get into our boat safely. So, you're in your whitewater safety position, like so. What you want to do is you want to roll over, grab the outside line on this boat. You want to keep your feet up, okay, so they're out of the way of entrapments. Come on up, and you can put yourself in. Keeping your feet on the surface of the water. All right, say you've fallen out and maybe you can't get back in. I'll use Kieran here as a demonstration. So Kieran's fallen out. He's just not as good as me. He can't pull himself back in. So I'm going to say, Kieran, come on over, mate. He's going to keep his feet up for me. He's coming over. I'm going to grab him by the lapels of his life jacket. I don't want to grab him by the arm. I could dislocate his arm. Okay? So I grab him by the lapels of the life jacket. And I say, Kieran, you ready? And he's going to help himself as well. We'll work together. Right, ready, mate? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful work. We can get in from here. Okay. So Kieran's fallen out again. He's not very good at this. This time he's a little bit further away. I've got my paddle and I can go, hey Kieran, grab this. This is the only time we're allowed to let go of our T-grip. Reach that out to him and I can pull him back in a lot easier like that. Okay, but what if he's quite far away and I might really need to get to him? So Kieran's well out into the river by now. And I would like to get him back to safety. Now you guys won't have these, but us guides will. What we call a throw bag. It's a bag full of rope that untangles as we throw it. So I'm going to go, hey Kieran, what he's going to do is he's going to put his arms out nice and wide. We go, Kieran, rope. I've got his eye contact. Now he's looking at me. And I'm going to throw it over his arms. Beautiful. He didn't grab the bag, because if he grabbed the bag, that rope would still be splaying out in his hands and he'd just end up downstream, okay? So he's grabbed the rope and what he hasn't done is wrapped it around his wrist, okay? You don't want to do that. You want to just leave a nice open hold so that you can let go if you have to. So Kieran's holding on like so. What he's going to do for me is he's going to roll over onto his back. Beautiful. He's going to put that across his shoulder. So doing that, when I pull him in, he's not getting a face full of water. He's actually getting air pocket of water, really. It's great. Thanks, Stu. Good work. Thanks, guys. Let's get on to the next call.